Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are going to talk about something very deeply, something rarely discussed, and something that many emotionally intelligent people quietly struggle with. Why is it that the most emotionally intelligent individuals often feel the most isolated? Why do people who understand emotions, people, and life so clearly end up feeling alone in crowded rooms? This is not a coincidence, this is not bad luck, and this is definitely not weakness. In fact, emotional intelligence often comes with a hidden cost, a cost that few people are prepared to pay. Let us begin by understanding what emotional intelligence truly is. Emotional intelligence is not just being kind, it is not just being calm, and it is not simply controlling anger. True emotional intelligence means being deeply aware of your own emotions, aware of other people's emotions, aware of intentions, patterns, silence, and unspoken truths. Emotionally intelligent people don't just hear words. They hear tone, they don't just see actions, they see motivation, they don't just feel energy, they understand where it comes from. And that level of awareness changes everything. When you start seeing people clearly, you also start seeing what others try to hide. You notice fake smiles, you notice forced laughter. You notice when someone is being kind for benefit, not from the heart. And once you see these things, you cannot unsee them. This is where isolation begins. Most people are comfortable living on the surface. They enjoy shallow conversations. They feel safe in social masks. They bond over gossip, complaints, and temporary pleasures. Emotionally intelligent individuals, however, crave depth. They crave honesty. They crave meaning. And when you live in a world that prefers noise over truth, silence becomes your refuge. Emotionally intelligent people often feel like outsiders because they no longer fit into conversations that lack substance. They don't enjoy talking just to talk. They don't enjoy pretending. They don't enjoy playing emotional games. And because of that, they slowly pull back, not because they hate people, but because they value peace. Another painful reason emotionally intelligent individuals feel isolated is because they are often misunderstood. When you respond calmly instead of reacting emotionally, people think you don't care. When you choose silence instead of arguments, people think you are distant. When you set boundaries instead of pleasing everyone, people think you are cold. But the truth is very different. Emotionally intelligent people feel deeply, sometimes more deeply than anyone else. They simply choose control over chaos. They choose understanding over drama. They choose growth over validation. And that choice separates them from the crowd. Many emotionally intelligent individuals also become the strong one, the listener, the advisor, the emotional support system. People come to them with problems, with pain, with confusion. But rarely does anyone ask, "How are you really doing?" Because emotionally intelligent people appear strong, others assume they don't need support. And over time, this creates a quiet loneliness. You give understanding, you give patience, you give empathy, but you receive silence. Another reason for isolation is standards. Emotionally intelligent individuals have high emotional standards. They value respect, they value emotional safety. They value accountability. They cannot tolerate manipulation. They cannot tolerate dishonesty. They cannot tolerate constant negativity. So they walk away. They walk away from friendships that drain them. They walk away from relationships that confuse them. They walk away from environments that cost them their peace. And every time they walk away, their circle becomes smaller, but their mind becomes clearer. Loneliness for emotionally intelligent people is not always about being alone. It is about being surrounded by people who don't understand your depth. It is about speaking a language that very few people speak, and this is where the real struggle lies. You begin to ask yourself, is something wrong with me? Why don't I connect like others do? Why do I feel different? But let me tell you something very important. There is nothing wrong with you. Your isolation is not a punishment. It is a side effect of awareness. It is the result of growth. It is the price of seeing life clearly. In the next part, we will talk about how emotionally intelligent individuals can turn isolation into strength, how solitude becomes power, and why this loneliness is actually preparing you for a higher level of life. Isolation for emotionally intelligent individuals is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of transformation. While most people fear being alone, emotionally intelligent people slowly learn how powerful solitude can be, because when the noise disappears, clarity appears. In isolation, emotionally intelligent individuals begin to hear their own thoughts clearly. They begin to understand their values deeply. They begin to recognize what truly matters. And this is something the world rarely teaches. Most people are taught to chase connection at any cost, to stay busy, to stay distracted, to stay surrounded. But emotionally intelligent individuals learn a different lesson. They learn that being alone is better than being misunderstood. They learn that silence is better than forced conversations. They learn that peace is better than popularity. This is why isolation slowly turns into self-mastery. Emotionally intelligent people use solitude to reflect instead of react, to observe instead of judge, to grow instead of complain. They ask difficult questions, they analyze their patterns, they face their fears. And most importantly, they take responsibility for their inner world. This level of self-awareness is uncomfortable for many people. But for emotionally intelligent individuals, it becomes their greatest strength. Another powerful shift happens during isolation. Emotionally intelligent people stop seeking validation. They no longer need constant approval. They no longer need external praise. They no longer need attention to feel worthy. Their confidence becomes internal. They trust their judgment. They trust their intuition. They trust their emotional compass. And because of this, they are no longer easily influenced. This independence, however, creates distance. People who rely on drama, attention, or emotional chaos often feel uncomfortable around emotionally intelligent individuals. Why? Because emotional intelligence exposes immaturity. Not through words, but through presence. Calm energy makes chaos visible. Clarity makes confusion obvious. Boundaries make manipulation powerless. And many people do like how that feels. So they pull away. Emotionally intelligent individuals also struggle because they see potential in people that those people are not ready to fulfill. They see what someone could become. They see the growth path. They see the emotional wounds behind the behavior. But understanding does not mean tolerating. And this is where emotional intelligence becomes painful. You understand why someone hurts you, but you still choose to walk away. You understand why someone is toxic, but you still refuse to stay. You forgive, but you do not return. And that level of emotional maturity often leaves you walking alone. Another reason isolation deepens is because emotionally intelligent people rarely feel intellectually or emotionally stimulated. Surface-level talk feels empty. Repeated negativity feels draining. Mindless entertainment feels exhausting. They crave conversations that expand the mind. They crave connections that challenge growth. They crave honesty even when it is uncomfortable. And because such connections are rare, loneliness becomes familiar. But here is the truth most people don't understand. Emotionally intelligent individuals are not meant to belong everywhere. They are meant to align. They are meant to connect deeply, not widely. They are meant to build a few meaningful bonds, not endless shallow ones. Isolation is not rejecting them. It is refining them. It removes distractions. It removes false connections. It removes emotional clutter. And in that space, true alignment begins. In the next part, we will explore how emotionally intelligent individuals eventually attract the right people, why isolation does not last forever, and how this journey leads to a life filled with depth, purpose, and authentic connection.